What's a fictional language you wish you could speak? Finnish. Enchantment table language. It's actually possible, there are real translations. It basically just changes the alphabet, but other than that, it's the same. Elvish. You can speak it. Tolkien wrote enough of Elvish for it to be spoken. You think I am nerdy enough to learn it? 'Cause you are correct, I might try and learn it. Edit. Grammar. Math. Groot. The phonetics are pretty difficult though. Not sure I could master it. I think it goes like this: hashtag IAMGROOT hash. First of all, how dare you? Dova from Skyrim. There's actually a website dedicated to learning Dova. Right, my problem is just doing it. Simish. I've been playing those games for so long. I have to know what they're saying. Dwarven from Lord of the Rings. It's like Elvish, but meaner. So like the difference between Austrian and German. What? Which one do you consider meaner? As a German, I must say the Austrian dialects have more melody than the German ones. So I think to non-native speakers, German probably sounds meaner than Austrian. Politics. Me too. I would be able to insult politicians in their language. Dothraki. I'm pretty sure that's on Duolingo, bruh. Hi, Valyrian is not Dothraki. Wait, it is. FK, my Spanish class. Time to learn Valyrian. Laughing face. I'm High Valyrian, Hawaiian, Swahili, and Navajo. I'm useless. Whatever they speak in Animal Crossing. I think they just say every single letter very fast and without tone. Sith. Is it possible to learn this power? Not from a Jedi. Klingon. Duolingo has Klingon courses. Smiley face. I didn't believe you, but it is a legit course. My extreme Trekkie aunt speaks it fluently. The first time my stepmom met her, she was decked out in cosplay makeup and greeted my stepmom in Klingon. My poor stepmom was terrified. Orcish. It's like Elvish for men. I speak Elvish to women, Dwarvish to men, human to God, and Orcish to my horse. Charles V. Black speech from Lord of the Rings. Come on dude, you know you're not allowed to say the N-word. What up my Nazgul? I mean you can. Sort of. Tolkien didn't make a lot of it. The ring verse and a couple other lines in the books make up all the black speech in existence. All you gotta do is learn a single poem, monsieur. Simlish. Sul. Manda. That's snake language from Harry Potter. Parseltongue. Pretzel tongue. I'm mad I had to scroll so far down for this. Talking to snakes is badass. Wookiee. The language is Shiri-Wook. Wookiee mistake. Crackhead. The Inkling language from Splatoon. Honestly same. Those Splatfest concerts would have slapped 10x harder if I could actually sing along. Why the fuck isn't Reddit working? That's my favorite language. The language of dogs. Bark bark. Well that's a bit rude now, isn't it? Boof asterisk whoa BORF asterisk. All of them is here. I want a babblefish. Hi Valyrian. And maybe have a dragon pet. There's a Duolingo course on this. Oregon from Warframe. Hope people here know what's Warframe. Let's go Tenno. Asterisk. Flashbacks to that fucking kid saying shit about how the Grineer are weapons for the 400th time. Asterisk. We fought with honor, says the walking biohazard with an acid-filled flamethrower. Oregon is pretty easy to learn to read and write. I've got a notebook full of stuff I wrote in Oregon a while back. And since it's just syllable replacement of English, you already know how to speak it. Orabesh. I thought Orabesh was just the alphabet for Galactic Basic. It's actually not that hard. Orabesh is just an alphabet, and once you can read it you notice a bunch of fun Easter eggs in the films, TV shows, games and Galaxy's Edge. The language from The Sims. Entish. Parrot. Vulcan. Minion. I wanna speak Minion, which is apparently gibberish mixed with random foreign words. A lot less random than that. I found that watching the Minions movie with my kid, they were speaking a mutant patois of mostly Romance languages. French and Spanish. And English. With names of food items thrown in. Elder speech. Hutties. Esperanto. They have Esperanto courses on Duolingo. Hylian, Shiriewuk. I can't remember the name of it, but the magic language from the Aragon series. Oh, that's a good answer. I don't remember the name either. I looked it up. Apparently it's just called the ancient language, which would explain why we don't remember the name. Lol. Yeah, no one knowing the name was a big plot point. There was a time where I was actually able to say some things in the ancient language, alas. I wish I could speak like the adults in the Peanuts specials. Black Bolt technically speaks English, but it would be pretty badass to be able to blast off Thanos' armor by yelling at "Hi Monsieur." Maderin. Me and my BF wanna learn Orcish. I mean, all you gotta do is grunt. I'm pretty sure her boyfriend might have that down. Parseltongue from Harry Potter. Why am I seeing many repeated comments here? Reddit's down, so whenever you comment it says error even though it actually went through. Orbesh. I'm going to be pedantic here because I can't help it, but Orbesh is the name of the alphabet, not the language. The language is Galactic Basic. It would be like you saying, I wish I could speak alphabet. Finnish, Dothraki, Quenya and Orsindarin. I've studied and know their text well, but they're not fully developed and therefore impossible to speak fluently. I just want to chat naturally without dissecting every word phrase. Shiriewuk, Klingon, women, Wakandan. You do know the language they spoke in Black Panther was Kosa. You do know the language they spoke in Black Panther was Kosa. Lol, I actually speak the language. Droid from Star Wars. Star Wars Sith language. Orbesh. Dragon. Edit. It's Draconic from D&D. If you're talking about the language from Skyrim, the actual name is Dova. Asterisk Dovizel. He means Draconic from D&D. Well, I know where my mind is because I first read that as what's a fictional character you wish you could spank? Quote. The language from Avatar. I think learning the language that the aliens from Arrival speak would be fascinating. Dothraki. Vulcan. The language from Avatar. Navi. And I'm pretty sure you can learn at least part of it. Hylian. Nintendo hasn't revealed what it would sound like. I'm thinking Elvish mixed with Japanese. Hi Valyrian. The language of dragons aka the Thuum. It's called Dovizel fellow dragonborn. Thuum is the translation to power, I believe. Trumpia, so someone could get a word across that he understands. Albhed. Scrolled pretty far for this comment, and I totally agree with you. Dwarven from Lord of the Rings. It's like Elvish, but meaner. Wakandan. They're speaking Kosa in Wakanda. Finnish. Sim. Elvish and Judun. Sim. Happy Kate Day. It's not a fictional language, but it's the dead one. I wish I could speak Pequot. There are recordings of the last woman who spoke it, and I would love it if the language had survived. Freeman. I'm pretty sure it's mostly just Arabic. I'm pretty sure it's mostly just Arabic. The language of a manatee. I'm Manatee from NGNL. When me and a friend were about 9 or 10 we came up with a secret code on the computer and it uses numbers on the keyboard 1 to 0 and the characters they share the key with in Basic Edition. The rules were, if I remember correctly, letters were separated by spaces and letters were separated by dashes. If a symbol is by itself it's just the letter it represents. But if it's next to another symbol with no dash then you and those together and that number is the letter you get for the word. So for example, at $% and asterisk dash exclamation mark, and an dash, caret, dash, and that means the dog ran away. We came up with this almost 13 years ago and I'm surprised I still remember the rules but also surprised we came up with it. I remember passing notes in class and the teacher taking them and just looking so confused. That's more of a cipher than a language. Pretty cool though. Thank you. The adults' language in Peanuts. Jive any airplane fans. Gimme some skin, blood. Ebonics. Oh wait, scratch that. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.